Hello, Glenn Ridge here, and thank you very much for supporting the Property Industry Foundation's Charity Sailing Challenge. I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic day. I'd like to introduce to you World Champion Sailor, Olympic medalist and winning America's Cup skipper. Ladies and gentlemen, John Bertrand AM.
Hi there. Unfortunately, I can't be at the Property Industry Foundation function today, but my good friend Robbie Brown is looking after you. And Robbie, we go back a long way. Robbie was an integral part of our Australia to America's Cup winning team way back in 1983. And all part of Robbie's background, you might say, is multiple world 18-foot skiff champion and one of the best coaches in the world in terms of high-performance Olympic racing. So he's a terrific bloke and he's going to look after you. Last year, of course, we had these beautiful young boys and girls from the Lighthouse Foundation, and we had 6 of them, and I know that pretty much all of them had never ever been on a boat before, and it just sort of blew them away, and it's something that I know left an indelible, you might say, memory in these young people's minds. It's something we're very proud of. It's something that they, from what we understand, talk about now still. And we've got a whole bunch of new kids from the Open Family Foundation. So I hope you look after them and open their eyes to the opportunities of what life can be available to them.
So John, what makes a good sailor?
One, not to be seasick. I get seasick, would you believe? In fact, part of the reason that I don't do so much ocean racing now, in fact almost none, is because I'm sick as a dog in the Sydney Hobart, would you believe? So that's one of the answers to the question. The other is, but more seriously, actually that's serious, but what more seriously is to have empathy for Mother Nature. You know, the beautiful thing about the sport of sailing is that we're working with wind and water as well as trying to kill the opposition if you're in the world of racing or indeed just enjoying the environment. And this whole idea of Mother Nature is just something that's so precious to us, and that's the unique part of the sport of sailing.
What do you reckon Australia's sailing chances are at this year's Olympics?
I'm actually chairman of selectors of the Australian sailing team for London, as I was for Beijing. And we're going through a purple patch. I think probably obviously the strongest team in terms of Olympic medals will be our swimming team, traditionally, because one swimmer can win more than one medal, unlike sailing where you just have one event per competitor, and there's 10 events in the World Olympic Games. But we have 3 red-hot gold medal prospects, and that's quite unique. And if those young men, as it turns out, produce the goods, then we probably could be number 2, you might say, Olympic team behind swimming. The other teams will be cycling and rowing, are very, very strong, and they're key contenders. So we've got a fantastic opportunity, and it's going to be in Weymouth, which is the southwest of London, of course in August. So bring it on.
Can you please tell us about the 1983 America's Cup victory?
Well, Robbie can tell you a bit more too, because he was there, right there. It was like war in many ways, friendly war. No one was being killed, of course, but it was one nation versus another. The Americans, super competitive people, and as we know, they will eat their grandmother if required. So they weren't in the business of giving the America's Cup away to any foreign nation, particularly the Australians, and they'd successfully defended for 132 years of continuous competition. So it was tough, and when we eventually got down to 3-all, final race, winner takes all, Newport closed down. We had to get security in, would you believe? And it became a foreign environment for which we were living in, even though we were there for 6 months leading into the America's Cup. So it was full on.
But what were your winning emotions?
Well, good feeling. First of all, relief, absolute relief that we'd got the job done, we could go home, and then of course an incredible sense of excitement. And in many ways that's still with not only myself but with Robbie and the team. It's fantastic.
So what do we have in store for us at today's Property Industry Foundation's Charity Sailing Regatta?
Robbie's going to give you a briefing, safety briefing. Listen carefully. We don't want anyone to be coming to grief out there on the water. We had a great time last year, of course, and everyone had a great time. and as we know, it's all about fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day, and I'll see you next year. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Bertrand, AM.